In the early 2000s, a global climate crisis emerged from humankind's disregard for the Earth and its natural systems. Scientists warned of an apocalypse the likes of which could eradicate human existence. The blaming began, with the leaders of many powerful nations pointing fingers at each other. Eventually, war erupted, and deadly nuclear salvos fired from the biggest superpowers ravaged much of the Earth, destroying and irradiating large portions of its surface. Certain major cities survived, and from the ashes rose again. The survivors did what they could, utilizing the resources of a few very wealthy corporations to combat the climate crisis. For almost a century, civilization has survived, hobbled together with corporate governance and expanded to the few sections of the globe still viable for sustaining human life. Antarctica, once an inhospitable frozen tundra, has become one such bastion for human life. Colonized by a Scottish arms corporation called Militech, Pilatus Antarctica is a thriving metropolis of the future. Last time, on Roll Warriors, the Associates entered the fighting arena of the Skinners to cause some chaos. After splitting up to tackle their separate tasks, mayhem ensued, in maybe not the way that they intended. Suifenji and Rasta began to find out why Chacha is feared among the Skinners. Saul put on his best impersonation of someone who knows how to fight and entered the ring, showing off his sick flips and combat awareness. And Abel snuck her way into the raptor enclosure, only to explode it rather spectacularly. Can the trio make it out alive and unscathed this time? There was a massive explosion, and Abel is like thrown 10 feet forward. You're kind of like keeping your footing. It's just like the blast hits you, pushes you forward, and you land on your feet and keep running. Do you look back at all?
I'm listening.
Okay, well, you could definitely hear the sounds of chaos. You could see people like pointing in front of you, or like back towards where you just came from. Saul, you're fighting in the pit, and actually Suifenji can also see just a big plume of smoke come up from the tent where the animals come from.
Oh fuck, was that the plan? Oh fuck, is it... Shit. Saul kind of like look around for any way to get out of this.
Violet and Tico are both just like they've got their hands out and they're just like ushering you towards the exit as quickly as they can. They're just like, is that the signal? Oh god, what's going on?
Yeah, that's kind of how we do things, guys. It's a signal.
Tico says, that's good enough for me, and she pulls out two pistols and just starts shooting the giggle pigs to death as they chase you around the arena. And the crowd starts to descend into chaos. There were already scores of people climbing the cage, and they're now shaking it like violently. The guy at the top, the announcer, like is freaking out. He's like, stop shaking it. And his cage drops and plummets to the ground in the middle of this arena, smashes on the ground, and you see there he's like kind of tied up in that limp. what giggle pigs are left alive from Tico's gun extravaganza begin fleeing back towards where they came from, only to discover like a bunch of like semi-charred animals charging back out at them. Saul, what are you doing?
Saul's moving, and as soon as the animals start kind of moving away from him, he is going to try to book it out of towards Tico, and and just run out of the circle, out of the ring, essentially.
Okay. Yeah, Violet, you see her, she's got like a big crowbar, and she's smashing at the lock on the cage, and eventually it gives way, and they both pull the doors open, and they're like, get out, get out, get out.
Oh, I'm getting out.
And as you like kind of slide out of there, they close it behind you and try to relatch it as best as they can, because there are now animals of various mutations, half alive. Some of them are half alive. Some of them are actively on fire. There's corpses. Some of the people have fallen through the cages, or have fallen through the fencing because they were climbing it and it just gave way. The corpse of the announcer is being picked over by animals. It's like absolute sheer chaos and insanity inside of the cage. On the outside, Suifenji, where you are, it is now almost impossible to fight because without a lot of collateral damage, because there are people running past you, around you, through you to get away. As you hear like a hissing, snarling, hunting call come from the direction of the cages.
Okay. Now, quick question. Is the snarling from the raptors or is it from Cha-Cha?
Make a just a perception check then.
Okay. 16 plus 7 is 23.
23. So the snarling you can hear is coming from Cha-Cha. He's visibly enraged. The hunting call did come from what I'd assume is the raptor. It's hard to tell. And Rasta is kind of just like he's kind of collected himself. He's reloading his Uzi, and he's like, "We running or we fighting?"
Okay. I have an idea, but I need you to work with me. I'm thinking we can kind of two birds, one stone this situation, and I'm going to attempt to lead Cha-Cha into the path of a raptor, and during a scruffle, we'll kind of like make our escape. How does that sound?
It sounds hard. The crowd's pushing us the other way, but I mean, I'm with you. I'll help you as best I can.
Okay, cool. All right, follow my lead. And Suifenji kind of turns and starts maneuvering through the crowd. I'm guessing she could do that kind of easy. I don't know about Rasta.
I'm gonna ask you to make an athletics roll.
So 5, and my athletics is 10, 15.
15. Okay. You see people are pushing past you, bumping into you. It's getting hard to kind of like, you're trying to dodge out of their way, but there's just so many people rushing your direction. And you can hear Cha-Cha is now moving through the crowd as well. You can hear people being like thrown aside, pushed out of the way, shot at. And Rasta, seeing you having trouble, leaps in and like puts his arm out in front of him and grabs you by the hand and tries to bum rush his way through the crowd. And it starts to work. I mean, you guys are gaining a little bit of ground. You're getting closer, and you can now sort of through the chaos make out Abel, who is barreling towards you. What are you doing, Abel? Aside from running.
I'm just yelling, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, tidbit. And sprinting through any hole in the crowd I can possibly find.
Okay. For you, I'll do body or athletics as well. I was like gonna try to make a case for contortionist, but that doesn't seem right.
I have
Or
an
dance,
evasion
but that doesn't seem right.
roll.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll work. You did you are thinking about like Tidbit. You cannot see them around.
Yeah. I rolled a 19.
Okay, so you're going with the flow of the crowd. It's not hard to kind of just like be swept up in the sea of things and avoid getting trampled. You see the familiar dreadlocks of Rasta and a flash of Suifenji behind him, and you also see like a imposing furry man just barreling through the crowd, people being thrown left and right. He growls and just people part around him. But they're all coming in your direction.
Oh, so this big burly man is headed in my direction too?
Yeah, but you'll intercept with Rasta and Suifenji
do I see any sort of like scaffolding I could climb or high ground I can take advantage of?
Just the cage.
And that's kind of being crawled over by a bunch of other people right now.
It is straining under the weight of people who have climbed it in an attempt to get away. And there were still people on there who are watching the fight who are now like struggling to kind of stay up. Like the middle of this cage arena has sunk, and like people are dangling from the outside of it, trying not to fall into the pit filled with flaming animals.
Okay, can I make like a... I want to just head straight to the truck, because I'm like, if I can get in the truck, that's at least equipped to get through a crowd quickly.
So you're just going to follow the sea of people. You will have to... you'll have to stay out of sight of, or just avoid Chacha, but he doesn't know what you look like, so it shouldn't be hard to do. You just kind of blend in with the crowd. Do you make any gesture, try to say anything to Suifenji as you pass her?
I'm just gonna scream taco truck and just keep running. That's the best that I got.
Suifenji unburies her head from Rasta's warm, protective chest and screams, "Claws incoming fast! I'll try to come back around to the taco truck."
Since when were you embracing the warm, furry chest?
Since Rasta grabbed me and started bum rushing through the crowd. We're still doing that, right?
Yeah.
Was I in his chest, or is he am I running behind him? I just assumed he grabbed
I mean,
me.
I assumed he grabbed a hold of your wrist and is just kind of like leading you.
Oh, I thought he grabbed me and was embracing me and bulldozing through the crowd. Okay.
No, you're not a football.
Okay.
He's not a linebacker just pushing his way through.
Would have embraced you if you had 6 nipples.
We should have the nipples, Gavin. I would have totally been embraced with the nipples. Okay.
If you go into the cage, you'll probably be able to find at least 1 to 2 dead giggle pigs and harvest them from there.
You and Violet and Tico are all standing outside of the cage, the doors to the arena that you've now sealed. People are like begging you to open them as people are being ripped apart behind them. Three armed poachery-looking guys in like camo and bandoliers and stuff come up to you and say, "Move out of the way."
Okay. And Saul will kind of give an eye to let them get into the cage, or at least open the doors, and then we just shoot them when their backs are turned. Or we run. At this point, I think, how many animals are left in the cage at the moment?
Well, the people that were in there didn't really have a way to defend themselves. I mean, a couple of them had, guns on them. A couple of them had knives. So those people are trying, kind of banding together and trying to stay alive. I'd say there's probably 8 or 9 animals rampaging in there.
All right, and these guys want to get in there.
They want to let the people out, and he'll say, "Move aside! We got to get these people out of here."
But if we let them out into the crowds, man, aren't they going to kill more people?
The lead guy cocks his rifle and says, "That's what this is for."
Shit, all right. Saul is not fully armed at this moment, other than with a kukuri, and I don't know what to my 2 compatriots. What do they seem like they're? How do they seem like they're reacting to this?
Tico and Violet are kind of just keeping their hands in their pockets, just trying to stay out of the way. Violet looks to you and kind of shrugs.
All right, yeah, you guys do your thing. Shit, I just, casualties, small, yeah, whatever. And Saul will just step out of the way.
All right. What do you do after that?
He's gonna kind of grab Tico Violet by the elbows, and does he notice all the shebang going down with Suifenji and Abel and Big Boy?
They're around the arena. They'd be out of sight right now.
Okay. What should we do? Should we lay these guys out now, or should we just keep going and let them fuck around with the animals? Because I think we should probably find everybody else, because this was kind of Plan Z for bad situation.
Violet says, I thought our job was to destabilize this place. It looks pretty destabilized.
Yeah, so I think we gotta get the rest of the team and find them. Let's move.
Violet's like, okay, I'll go back to the truck with reconnoiter with Klaus. Tico, do you want to stay with Seagull? And Tico pulls out her pistols. And she's just like, yeah, I'm whatever, sure.
Yeah, let's go find the others and try to get out of here ASAP.
Tico flips one of the pistols around and points it out to you. You want this?
Yeah, I'll take it, and so I'll grab it and go full commando, kukuri in one hand and pistol in the other.
All right. So you Suifenji and Rasta are going to have to push their way through the escaping crowd. Lots of people now are kind of filtering out into what would be considered the parking lot. There's not a true, you're just all kind of parked in the middle of nowhere, but people are getting to their cars and flipping on headlights and trying to get the fuck out of here. So the crowds are thinner now than they were. But there's still people panicking, pushing their way through. A couple people have taken to looting, but not that many.
All right, so we just gotta get moving then, because what is it? Big Boy's chasing them out into the parking lot at the moment.
No, Big Boy is chasing them in the opposite direction.
Okay, because they weren't being pushed. Okay, that's right. They were going against the wave of the crowd. I thought for a moment they were going with it.
Yes, I believe Suifenji's plan is to have Cha-Cha come face to face with a Ganji Raptor.
Okay.
With that, I'll cut back to Suifenji and Rasta, and you hear a gun go off behind you, and let me roll. Yeah, it's gonna hit 20 points of damage.
20 points of damage, okay. And my armor went down to 14, right?
Your armor, I believe, was at 14, so it should go down another one.
Okay, so it'll go down to 13?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this one staves off... You said it was 20 what damage?
Yes, 20 damage.
Okay, so is that 6 damage I take or 7?
It would be what your armor blocked before it ablated.
Okay, so 6. All right.
Yes. Yeah, you hear a gunshot, and you feel in the back of your leg a bullet enter you.
Ah!
And he says, "I'm not done with you yet."
Do I fall? Or, like...
Make a body roll.
Okay. My body is 6. 9 plus 6 is 15.
You drop to your knees. Rasta, whips around because he can tell what just happened. And he goes to help you back up and fires off around at the charging Cha-Cha.
All right. Suifenji tries to stand and continues to start limping towards the sound of the raptors, kind of while ducking and like trying to take advantage of the crowd around her as much as she can.
So you see Rasta whip around. He like hoists you up and goes to fire his Uzi, and you just hear a big click, and he goes, "Shit, it's jammed," and tosses it aside.
Okay, Suifenji pulls out one of her kukris and hands it to Rasta, so he at least has something to defend himself with, while we just both keep moving with our kukris in case Cha-Cha gets close.
Okay, you don't have to go very far to see the raptor. It is about 7 feet tall. It towers over most of the people that are like the stragglers that are still fleeing. It goes to sprints to the big cage, the arena cage, and just with its jaws grabs somebody who was trying to climb away, and in one bite bisects them.
Ooh. Okay, Rasta, I really, really, really hope this works. Okay, Suifenji, I guess we sort of stop for a second I'm guessing we're stopped for a second. Does my kukri still have Cha-Cha's blood on it? I'm assuming it does from when I stabbed him.
Yeah, unless you wiped it off.
Okay, cool. I'm hoping that I can throw this kukri and strike the raptor close enough to its face that it gets a whiff of Cha-Cha's blood and kind of associates that injury with his scent, and will start to come after him as they get closer to us in the middle.
Okay. Do you want to give me a ranged attack roll? I guess this would be just dexterity. If you have a throwing weapon skill, you can apply that, but otherwise I think it's just going to be dexterity plus your d10.
Okay. Fighting skill, dex, martial arts. Okay, melee weapon, archery. Would it be archery as my skill?
Fuck it. Yeah, let's use it.
Hey, I was I guess it's archery.
When or else are you going to use archery?
Right. Okay. So I have a 9 in archery, and okay, I got a 7. So 7 plus 9 is 16. Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna hit this thing. I guess roll damage. It's not gonna matter much. This thing has a fuck ton of hit points.
Yeah.
But just give me a damage roll just to see how much it pisses it off.
Okay. And I'm guessing this is 1d6.
A knife. Yeah, this is a 1d6.
Okay. And okay. Rolled a 2.
Yeah. So there's just a knife that's one of your blades is just kind of sticking haphazardly in the side of this thing's jaw, and it gets a talon up there and swipes it off, and shakes its head and looks to where the blade came from. At the same time, you hear Rasta say "shit," and Cha-Cha tackles him from behind, has him restrained, and starts to claw at him with his big claws.
Okay, I can't make another attack move, right? I guess that throw was my attack.
Yeah, you gotta let his action happen before you can react.
Okay, okay, I guess... Rasta! Remember your kukri!
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's got any armor on. Interesting. That's a bad choice, Rasta.
Uh-oh, is he about to get it?
He takes 6 points of damage from the scratchers. You see a big gash open up in his chest.
Rasta, are you okay? Can you hear me? Ah, shit.
You have kind of emerged on the other side of the crowd. You have reconnected with Saul and Tico. They're both standing there panting. Saul looks absolutely he's covered in sweat. A couple nicks and scrapes here and there. Tico's breathing hard as well.
Saul.
Yeah.
Do we still have that giant gun thing on the back of the truck?
Yeah. God, this skin tight makeup is not very conducive.
No.
Is it running? Is it running?
Everything's running.
Ah, fuck it.
I think you might have pissed yourself as well. Just heads up.
Yeah, that happens.
Tico's like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, what was I thought those were supposed to be for emergency only.
Yeah, emergency happened. Let's talk about it later. It's emergency now happening at the moment.
Where's Suifenji and Rasta?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're running from the raptor that's eating people.
Where's Tidbit?
Hopefully also running. Shit got a little weird, and I lost him.
Yeah, let's get to the. I think we just gotta get to the cars. I mean, this was like, we talked about this. This was a scenario. Like we got split.
Well, and Tico's like, well, I mean, however it happened, the raptor is loose, and that's what we wanted. So, I hope your comrade's good in a fight. 'Cause she's gonna need to be.
I know your man's also looking to kill Cha-Cha. Should we? Abel, you want to go? You want to go get the car, and then
Yeah, Abel's already headed to the vehicle, trying to find the fucking rocket launcher gun thing that we have.
Yeah, it's in this big locked steel tackle box in the back, but you've got the key to it.
Yeah, she's already
the vehicle.
She's already working on it.
Yeah, that's fine. And you're booking it to the vehicle. I'll just Saul will just turn to Tico and be like, should we try to get your my friend or your friend?
I really want to find Tidbit too. I don't really want to leave them to the wolves. Literally.
Okay, you go look for Tidbit, and can Saul perceive or hear or see or have any inclination of where where Suifenji and also Rasta and Cha-Cha are all fighting?
You can hear gunshots. You can make a roll. I guess it would be tracking. Let's do tracking to kind of pinpoint where the fuck that's happening.
Okay. And what's tracking's base ability?
Intelligence.
Okay, so that's an 11 altogether.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of there's a lot of gunfire going around. A half a dozen, or probably a quarter of the people that were here attending had firearms and are using them currently on each other, on escaped animals, on the Ganji Raptor. It's hard to suss out where your friend might be.
Man, I don't want to leave him high and dry.
Saul, just get on top of the truck. We need high ground.
Oh wow, you pulled around real quick.
Yeah.
Yes, you can see the massive grenade launcher turret is mounted onto the back of this truck. Seemingly, Abel was able to put it together. We don't know how she managed to lift it. It's pretty heavy, but adrenaline, baby.
Got our rockin' bod.
Can do some wild shit.
All right.
Come look at this thing and shoot whatever pops up.
Oh, okay. Saul will kind of vault over and almost fucking faceplant as he tries to get into like he'll try to vault over and faceplant into the back of the truck and then pop up quick and
as
start
he's climbing up. I'm going to be using my perception or concentration or whatever I need to use to be watching the crowd. I'm looking for Suifenji, Ganji and big angry people coming at us.
Yeah, let's just call that perception.
Okay, that's just 15.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you know what the Ganja Raptor is. You know what Suifenji looks like. If any of those two things pop into your field of vision, you think you're probably going to notice them. Suifenji, can you give me a evasion roll?
Let's see. Okay. I rolled a 9. Evasion, here it is. Okay, 14. So, 23?
23. You dodge out of the way as the Ganja Raptor comes barreling in your direction, and you narrowly avoid having your arm ripped clean off of your, off of your body.
Okay, I just, scramble back and kind of hope that it's focusing on Cha-Cha's blood and not me, and kind of just try to, stay still and not move too much to possibly, garner its attention.
Okay, Rasta and Cha-Cha are wrestling on the ground, so we're going to make contested rolls here. And Cha-Cha is going to maintain control of the situation. He is very strong. Rasta's struggling in vain, but can't get out from underneath him. And this time, Cha-Cha opens his mouth to reveal these long fangs, and he's gonna try to take a bite out of Rasta.
So Suifenji's kind of just looking, but in the back of her mind, if Rasta dies, oops.
That's another 13 damage. As Cha-Cha just fucking takes a huge chunk into Rasta's neck, and you can see when he rips away, there's now blood gushing everywhere. The blood attracts the Ganji Raptor. It whips around. Can you give me another evasion roll, please?
5 plus 14 is 19.
You just get your head under, or tucked to the ground as the Ganji Raptor's tail whips around above you, and it charges into both Cha-Cha and Rasta and gets a big old bite.
Whew. Oh, shit.
And it gets both of them in its jaws.
Sigh of relief and also, oh fuck.
Oh, shit!
Okay, that's 23. You're not sure. Rasta has gone limp. He stopped moving. Cha-Cha, however, is still struggling in this thing's jaws.
While Abel's doing whatever, I know Saul will tighten up the gun in the back, make sure everything's, attached correctly.
Yeah, you can give me it's going to be weapons tech.
Okay. Yeah, that is 6 plus weapons is 12. So 6 plus 12 is 18.
Okay. Yeah, you get it loaded up into position. You had to adjust some of the settings because Abel just kind of threw it in and locked it in. So you fine-tuned it. There are a couple of guys, armed guys, come up to the truck and say, "Hey, you up there! Help us out here! Use that big gun thing!"
All right. And I don't know. I guess I'll wait to fire until Abel gets us into a good position.
I'm gonna look up at Saul and like make eye contact with him and just say, Saul, might as well arm the nuke grenade just in case. I know it's highly volatile, but we might want to have it ready.
Oh, I was working on one of those? Oh, fuck. Okay, well, there goes the surprise, I guess.
Saul, it would be really unfortunate if we had to drive away fast because our nuke grenade was melting down and we accidentally got blown up in the distance.
I am playing with it at the moment. I am getting it ready to go.
There's a giant raptor thing that I tried to blow up and it didn't die. So, be ready. And then I'm going to crawl down to the driver's seat.
All right. I guess Saul will look for where the raptor is.
Okay.
Is he able to spot Suifenji in the chaos?
Suifenji probably not, but because she is at the moment very low to the ground. But if you want to give me just a perception check.
Perception, and I'm looking, right? I'm using my eyes, so that's 2 plus I rolled a 2, so 4. That's actually 14 altogether.
Okay. Better. You can make out the top of this thing's head, kind of through some of the attractions and like booths that have been set up, and it looks like it's got somebody in its jaws.
Saul is going to try to lead the shot and not like actually necessarily hit it dead on, but hit close to it. Let's say lead it by 20-ish feet, because he knows.
It's going to be a lot of collateral damage.
I mean, that's what we're here for, right? Collateral schmalateral.
All right. If you're making
Can Abel use her human perception to study the way the crowd is moving and kind of direct Saul to the safest shot possible? See if try to find where the crowd's not going to be based on the way that they're running.
Sure, but you're under extreme stress, so it's going to be a -2.
Okay. Great. I rolled a 2. But my human perception's 15, so it's a flat 15.
Wow. Yeah. You're pretty sure that
play through my strengths here.
You're pretty sure that if you tell Saul, to fire above and away from, or past this thing, you'll hit it and not the crowd that's running. I mean, a lot of them have dispersed at this point. Probably 2/3 of this place is peeled out already, and what's left seem to be people that are actively engaged in combat with the beasts, and a couple of guys have been shot for looting by the remaining skinners. So what's left of the crowd is mostly skinners.
All right,
Saul, do you want to go ahead and give me that attack roll?
Yeet. All right. So what am I adding to it necessarily? Would this be demolitions?
We're going to go with heavy weapons.
Heavy weapons, okay.
Skill for accurately firing extremely large projectile weapons.
Okay.
I think this constitutes as extremely large.
Yeah, and that's based off of reflex, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So altogether, that would be a paltry 11.
That is going to miss by quite a bit, and careen into the arena. So go ahead and give me that damage roll.
Okay.
Which will be the same. It's going to be the same as missile launcher, I believe. So 7d6.
So 76. That is 26 total points of damage. I rolled kind of low.
So you see the grenade launcher kick in. Saul aims his shot, fires it off. At the last second, you kind of sneeze, and the direction of the launcher changes at the very last second. This grenade goes flying into the now dipping cage covered in people and explodes, killing probably 12 people, and the remainder of the cage just collapses on top of the arena. People go flying. You hear the yelps and cries of animals. The two guys that had stopped you to ask for help turn their guns on you and are going to shoot at you. Because that's, they think that seems fair.
Fuck.
Abel's gonna slam it in reverse. Start getting the fuck out of that spot.
All right, one of them is going to miss. The other one is going to get 3 shots off. So 14 points of damage to you, Saul.
Oof. All right, and let's see something really quickly. I don't think Saul would have his flak jacket on at the moment because he's in full, like...
You're in like a pro wrestler outfit.
Yeah, so let's see. You said 21 points?
I thought you said 14.
Yeah,
I thought it was like 14.
No, yeah, you're right. It was 14.
Okay.
Anyway, so yes, you take 14 points of damage. Abel, you are undamaged, but you hear bullets ricochet off of the side of the truck, and one goes flying through the windshield and zips past your head.
Yeah, I'm punching it into reverse. I'm gonna look behind me first, but I'm going to start reversing.
Okay, I'm gonna have you make a driving skill.
Fuck.
Isn't that your favorite?
No. I should have put some driving skill.
In a world where cars exist, you should have some skills.
Yo, just roll the car, and then when we roll, I can just write us up with a deftly placed...
Well, I'm about to. I rolled a 2.
Oh, yeah. Can you say grenade shot like in Halo? Flipping us over?
Can you say stripping the transmission?
That would also be bad.
What's your reflex bonus?
8. So do I add that?
Yes.
So 10.
So 10. Okay. All right. So you punch it as hard as you can, going backwards.
As soon as Abel's hand touches the gear shift, she realizes she's never driven a truck.
Yeah, this is stick.
Yeah.
And Abel's like, shit, this is not a go-kart at Coney Island. I don't know how to do this.
Fuck.
That you managed to like, you shift it into first and you gun it, and it's got, you're driving essentially 5 to 10 miles an hour backwards, into people who are trying to flee and, like in their cars. So you do hit, a like probably mid-size SUV Jeep kind of thing and sideswipe it with your big truck. Hey, it's your game master over here, Gavin. This is the part where I ask each of you to send us just a little bit of support. You can follow us on Twitter at Roll Warriors and send us a tweet or two. We'd be happy to hear from you. Secondly, we have a Patreon page if you have a little bit of extra money you want to share with us. It's only $5 a month to become an esteemed member like Billy Young, Daniel Sittler, and James Beatty. This membership includes bonus episodes that you get to suggest. Say, for example, you want to hear us roleplay Disney Princesses in Space. We'll do it. Actually, that one sounds hard and possibly litigious, but I'd try it for you, my patrons. Just go to patreon.com/roll_warriors to join the party. In case you haven't heard, we have a website, so you can get all the juicy deets on the cast and the characters. You can check it out at rollwarriorsadventures.weebly.com. That's basically it for ads, unless you want to @ me, Twizzlers. Nah, that felt wrong. Catch you guys in the next one. Alright, Suifenji. There is a Ganji Raptor. It has probably a dead Rasta and a injured Cha-Cha in its jaws, and it's just kind of ragdolling them. What are you doing?
Making my escape. So Suifenji stays kind of close to the ground and just kind of tries to quietly but quickly gain as much distance from the thrashing devourer of flesh and probably wires. And yeah.
As you start to flee, you notice out of the corner of your eye, Tico and Tidbit are both crouched behind a looks like a food vendor, pretty close to where the raptor is, and they see you and get like they've got this like wide-eyed look on their faces, like, please help us.
Okay, Suifenji's looking at them, looking around. Can I do a perception check to see if there's any immediate escape routes in their vicinity that I could possibly point them towards?
Actually, I think this is deduction.
Deduction? Okay. And, alright, got a 5. Okay, that's a 10, so 15.
It does not seem at the moment that there's an easy way for them to move while the Ganji Raptor is where it is.
Okay, okay, so Suifenji is gonna try to be brave. Suifenji is gonna continue moving back, as far as she can, and she's going to try to lead the raptor again in her direction. But before she tries that, is there like anything... Can I look again in my direction and see if there's anything for me to crawl under, in case the raptor does try coming towards me? Anything that I could use to like fit into that it possibly can't fit into, basically.
I mean, there's vendor stalls along the side, kind of where they are, but directly around you, you're standing in the middle of kind of this this footpath where people had been walking before and where the crowd had escaped from. You're basically exposed.
Okay. I'm going to run to the nearest food vendor and kind of just like sit there for a second and see what's happening.
The raptor is, let's see. The raptor is trying to keep Cha-Cha in its mouth, but he has now turned his body, like cutting his sides up to get his like arms up to where its mouth is and is prying it open. It looks like if this continues, he will be free.
Ooh, okay. Okay. Am I in a vendor food truck, or is it just like a stall?
Right now, you are in a like a black market tent. There are various like animal pelts and rare like finds and things like that. Stolen artifacts.
Okay. Are there any guns in there?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Suifenji's just gonna say "fuck it" to Tidbit and the other person and just try to make her way towards the taco truck. Sorry, y'all.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you have like Cha-Cha and the raptor are fighting each other. There's a free, like an opening. You can go.
Yeah.
There's nothing stopping you.
I'm taking it.
Okay. You see Abel, you and Saul spot Suifenji booking it in your direction.
Oh, fuck. Oh, hey.
I'm gonna scream out the window. Abel or Suifenji, can you drive? I need you to drive, Suifenji.
Wait, I know that face. She's thinking about it.
We're just backing up in neutral.
Yeah, you're like grinding into the back of this person's truck, and they are swearing at you really loudly.
We're just still going.
Also,
Don't know how to stop it.
there's people still shooting at you.
Great.
And they are gonna
Saul duck.
They're both gonna shoot.
I mean, Saul's gonna shoot back at him after they.
Okay, yeah, the other one succeeds while the first one fails. 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. Cool. All right, it's still ouchied. Saul's gonna shoot back at them.
Okay, with your gun or with the
rocket launcher, the grenade launcher,
the grenade launcher.
Yes.
Fair enough. Okay, give me a heavy weapons roll. This is going to be a lot easier because they are very close to you.
Okay, that's good because heavy weapons is based off of reflex. That is another 12.
This time it's going to land right at their feet. So go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. And that's 76.
7d6, yes. Not 76, 7d6.
D6. Yes. That is 28 points of damage altogether.
Okay, so the ground, you launch a grenade, the ground in front of them blows up, and they are both thrown probably 10 feet back, land on their asses, and they don't get up.
I like that.
So you hear Abel yelling at you something, and as you get closer, she's like, please drive, god damn it, please drive.
Wait, I'm driving?
If you're better at it, I mean...
Somebody's got to.
Oh, yes, okay, I'll try driving. Okay, sorry, I misunderstood. Okay, yes, I will attempt to drive. Okay. So...
Abel's gonna crawl into the shotgun seat and pull out her shotgun.
Okay, do I need to check my driving skill, or can I just drive?
You gotta use a drive land vehicle skill, yes.
Okay. So that is a 5-14. That's not decent driving.
It's okay. I mean, you're not gonna be hit top speed or anything. But yeah, you Abel relinquishes the driver's seat to you. You sit in, do a quick gear shift turn, and like get you on the right direction. Where are you driving? Are you driving away? Are you driving in? What's the deal?
I'm driving away if I'm driving. Yeah, we gotta get out of here, right?
Okay. So, yeah, you guys see, like, there are cars in front of you. There are some cars behind you. They're kind of all separating as they get further and further away. And you guys pull up back at the ridge where you were before you went in. And you can kind of see like the fires and the smoke in the distance. You can still hear the sounds of this raptor just making the most horrible noises as it hunts down and kills people. Klaus and Violet are there in Klaus's Jeep, and Violet gets out as soon as she sees your truck approach, and is like looking expectantly. And you three step out, and she says, "Where are the others?"
Raptor got him.
Yeah, we don't know if they made it.
Dude, I really... That's kind of all man self... Shit. Shit.
What do you mean? The raptor...
The raptor got him.
No. What are you doing here? Where's the others? Why aren't you going to get them? They're your people.
I was supposed to go...
Squad A, Squad B.
I was going back to Cloud. I thought you were going to collect them.
That wasn't our... I'm sorry, I didn't see a fucking roster. Do you guys have a list of names? Let me take attendance.
We're missing Tico, Tidbit, and Rasta. It's not that hard. There were 5 of us and 3 of you.
Yeah, dude, I don't know where they are.
Tico and...
Tidbit ran out the back side of the tent. I ran out the front side of the tent. The fucking raptor, as soon as it got out, it was man for herself. Shit.
Tico went looking for Tidbit, and then...
I know, I was there for that.
Yes. I tried to grab her, but... did you not see the fucking, like, dinosaur thing?
The thing that we were supposed to, let go or let loose and then get out. Yeah,
so I don't know what you're upset about. We got out. They're probably out on the other side of this fucking field.
I'm upset because, for one thing, Tico is my person, and for number 2, you and she points at Suifenji, you were paired up with Rasta. He was your responsibility, and then he points to or she points to Abel, and you had Tidbit with you. I can't manage you and your partner. And then she turns to Saul and she's like, and I know that Tico went off with you to go look for Tidbit and the others. So I'm not understanding why they're not here right now.
You want us to turn around and head back the other direction and go look for them?
Klaus is like, maybe we should. It's probably...
Fuck it, that's a good idea. Go ahead. Suifenji, roll it. We'll go look for him.
Let's go.
We'll go look, but we can't make any promises.
Suifenji, just get in the fucking truck.
Okay. Cool. Bye.
We're not letting them into the truck. Like, as soon as we get in, we're rolling out.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Like, I think, like, we can roll by the scene of chaos and maybe lob a couple grenades in there if we want to, but I think also just getting the fuck out of here in general is a good idea.
Well, like, yeah, and as soon as we're in the truck, I'm like, what the fuck is their problem? This was their idea. What did they think was going to happen? Kanji Raptor was only going to go after people that, like, weren't wearing the yellow jersey? Like, what the shit? Is everybody okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a couple bullet holes in me, but, I mean, that's nothing new.
Yeah, I got a gunshot wound, a couple of cuts, but I think I'm okay.
Let's just drive by and then get the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah, Claudia is, like, inspecting your gunshot wounds, Saul, and she's just like, oh, I wish we hadn't done that.
Oh, it's not a big deal, Claudia. You know it's going to be okay.
I can't lose you.
I am not going to die here. This is not that many bullet shots that I've taken. You know this.
As soon as you say that, I'm going to look back and just start crawling into the back seat and, like, digging out the first aid kit.
Oh, it's okay. You don't have to make such a big deal out of it.
I'm just going to continue to dig around and, like, rummage angrily. It's okay, Saul. I'm not really that like, making a big deal of it. So, yeah, it's just fucking grenades went off way sooner than they were supposed to. And shit.
What do you mean? I had those timed out for 5 seconds each.
No, you didn't. No, they barely left my hand, and then they blew. And I really hope Tidbit made it out. I like that kid.
I mean, I am sorry about that. I told you they were kind of volatile. I definitely didn't mean for them to take out you, of course.
Yeah.
But
yeah, they were definitely volatile. Just this whole thing is so dumb.
It's a lot.
And she's gonna keep like rummaging for the first aid kit, and as soon as she finds it, if she finds it,
yeah,
she'll start like stabbing Saul in the wounds kindly.
Ow. Okay.
Yeah, it's like your frustration is making you worse at healing people.
Ow. That actually hurts more than the bullet wounds. Ow.
Yeah, you're fine. This is good for you. Shut up.
Okay, God.
So, just so I'm clear, you guys are going back with them, or are you not?
I think we'll lead the charge, and we'll, like, What do you guys think? Like, should we lead the charge, lob a few grenades in, and then start peeling out and just ditch?
So you need to make it look like we're having some sort of malfunction, so we can get off we can get off in away from everybody else, outside of eyesight, stage a giant explosion, and then get the fuck out.
Okay, yeah, we can definitely do that.
I mean, it's sloppy. It's probably not going to work, but that's the best that I can think for us to do right now. It's either that or kill all of Rhodey, which I'm really not wanting to do. There's so many people. Saw that with so many people.
What do you mean? For what?
Dude, I saw that shot go wide.
Yeah, it happens. Have you never been in like a war zone before?
No. Not like this.
I mean, those were all what's it called, the Skinners. So I'm not Skinners and wild mutated animals.
Yeah, but it's still.
Claudia looks at you kind of cockeyed, and she's like, they were alive though. They were people
who we were sent to kill. I mean,
not all of them. Some were just spectators.
I'm getting really confused vibes from you guys all, because like I remember when we were driving up here, we were just ready to get this done and keep going, and I don't know necessarily where I have suddenly become the bad guy, but
So you're not the bad guy. This is just. I mean, this is on us, but this is also on fucking biotech and Sahara and the rest of them.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm at the point where I'll do what I can to make it look like we have some issue going on, and then we go. Okay. We should also probably save some of this ammo because I'll probably need it later.
At this point, I don't even think we need to make it look like we just need to go. We should just be like, no, we almost all fucking died for your mission, and like we have gunshot wounds and we're tired and we barely survived. Yeah, I don't think that's unreasonable. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I mean, I thought you guys wanted to keep, up appearances with Mandy for whatever reason.
I think getting shot for her is keeping up appearances.
Yeah, well, apparently they wanted us to do this with a clean record, so.
Well, what are we supposed to...
I don't know where Tidbit is. Do you know where Rasta is, Suifenji?
Rasta's dead. Rasta was killed by the raptor, saving my life. Tidbit was alive last time I saw them. They were crouching close to the raptor. Not sure if it got them or not. There wasn't much I could do to save them.
But you didn't see them get attacked?
I didn't see them get attacked, but they looked pretty in need of help. But there was nothing I could do but get away.
They had that pheromone shit on them, so maybe they were able to use that to cause a distraction or something. I don't know. I mean, they deserve something better than the raptor. But
yeah, I mean,
I guess it is all of our fault that it's out anyway.
It looked
and killing all those people.
It looked pretty preoccupied with Cha-Cha. So who knows? Maybe they had time to escape.
I don't know. Does it matter at this point? Do we care about Rhodey anymore? I thought we were only using them for, for our purposes, in truth. Like, I don't want them all to die, let's say. But I don't know about you guys, but I don't care.
I'm kind of in the same boat.
Like, yeah, I don't care if they just suddenly disappear. Or, don't have the chance to get all of their friends together. I mean, this is what fucking happens, right?
I mean, yeah, if you want to start a war, there's got to be casualties.
Abel's just gonna, throw the roll of Oz into Saul's lap and sit back. Like, just stop kind of engaging in the conversation.
Okay, does that mean that we're out of here?
I guess so. Just start driving. I'll fire off one more while we pass by and say that there's something wrong. Or, you know what? Are there like emergency flares or anything like that in the box in the back?
I think so. You've got like camping equipment, so I would see that would be kind of something that you'd have.
All right, Saul's gonna because he's probably not standing up on with the turret at the moment. He's probably like.
Oh no, I assumed you were in the cabin with the others.
Well, I think he's sitting in the he's still in the back of the truck, but like, that kind of window, that third seat window that you can kind of like poke your head in and out of.
Yeah.
I think like he had it open and was just sitting long ways, or he was sitting with his back to the width. So like his back is to the driver's side. His feet are probably touching the passenger side, per se. And so that way that when Abel threw the gauze, it did land his lap, but the window's still open. So he's kind of like able to talk to people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Abel was administering first aid, so you couldn't have been like away.
Yeah. I mean, like, she was leaning through. Saul will like poke his head down and look into the box of stuff of just like tools and camping equipment, find like a couple flares, and he'll tinker with them so that he can make it so that instead of them shooting out that kind of like red phosphorus, instead it just shoots out like black smoke.
Okay. Yeah, give me a jury rig.
Wow, I'm not rolling super hot tonight. Okay, that's a 13.
It's 13. It's not a particularly difficult task. So I'd say that you've probably done it at least a couple times before, for various reasons, and the principles of it. So, yeah, you're able to do what you want to do.
Okay, he'll start to like twist it so that it's almost about to break, and then he'll say, "Hey, Soy, when we get closer to the grounds, just like jerk the car a little bit, or jerk the truck a little bit, like just make it like kind of make it look as if we got hit by something."
I got it.
And then Saul will pull out the pistol and like point it down into the like. He's got to try to point it away so it doesn't ricochet into him or any of the associates when he fires it off. But he's going to try to time it so that when Soy does like the jerk of the wheel, he fires it off. Or fires it off probably a couple times.
Okay. Yeah, I can understand what you're doing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can see behind you the roadie Jeep is following you. Klaus is driving, and both he and Violet seem to be like in a pretty heated discussion. You can't see what they're saying or hear it, but it does seem like there's lots of gestures, and she looks agitated.
That's fine. Saul doesn't give a shit. I mean, let's just say if we really needed to get rid of them, Saul wouldn't be against turning the big old grenade launcher on them, but he's not going to say anything about that.
Okay. So you arrive back once again. The scene is completely different this time, so it's pretty quiet. There's almost all of the cars are gone, except for the ones who belong to owners who will never set foot into them again. There's bodies everywhere. The guards that took that grenade haven't got up. There you can see like one of them is kind of just like rolling around a little bit, like dazed. The cage is a complete mess. It's broken in several places. There's no one on it anymore. There's blood caked all over the arena. Pieces of cage have impaled people. None of the animals are moving anymore. And the Jeep pulls around, and Klaus and Violet immediately get out. And Klaus has got a big rifle, a long rifle, in his hands. And Violet has probably like an SMG. And they both start sprinting in. And the three of you spot a figure dragging something. And as he gets closer, you can see that it is a very, very battered and beaten Cha-Cha. He's got cuts and gashes. Part of his face is ripped, showing like metallic bone underneath. And he has got two people, one in each arm, or one in each hand, that he's just dragging across the ground.
Oh, fuck. Okay, that's not good.
So he beat the raptor?
It seems that way. You might be able to infer that.
Yeah,
Saul?
Oh, sorry. I was making the comment. I didn't know. I wasn't like asking. I was just like asking a Suifenji.
Oh, okay. What, Abel? What?
If you're gonna shoot anything, shoot that.
Okay. Should I wait till Rhodey gets closer?
Take the best shot you can, bud.
Saul will load. He'll load it, and then he'll yell, "Stand down!" and like point the grenade launcher at him.
Cha-Cha stops in his tracks. And he says, "That's not how this is gonna go down." And he like picks both of the people up by their collars, and it is clearly Tidbit and Tico unconscious. Tico looks like she might have taken some hits from, like some slashes from the raptor. Tidbit just looks unconscious. And Violet and Klaus are both like they've stopped and are standing with their hands in the air.
Guys, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Shit.
Suifenji staying quiet because Suifenji believes you should just throw the grenade.
And just get everybody?
Abel's just gonna yell out, "Then how is this gonna go down, Cha-Cha?"
I'm gonna let your friends go if you turn tail and leave now.
That's it?
The truck. Turn around and leave.
We need
to pull your launcher off of me, and your friends can go free.
Hey.
Funny, we don't really trust you that much, Cha-Cha. You don't seem like the kind of guy that does deals straight up. So how about you let one of them go, and we'll see about removing our launcher from you.
He laughs. All right, which one do you care about more then? We'll do it this way.
Violet, you pick.
Violet just... there's a super pained expression on her face. And she says, "Tico, free me. Give me Tico, please." And he like gestures to the one that's beat up. And she says, "Yes." And Klaus is like, "Mein Gott, we cannot leave Tidbit to this monster." And Violet says, I know, but I can't lose her. If there was any other way." And Cha-Cha says, "See? We're all monsters here. Just a bunch of fucking monsters. You, me. You released a goddamn raptor that tore through half this camp. Killed, like, so many people. They wouldn't be dead without you."
I mean, shit happens, but whatever. Saul's gonna, like, mutter that under his fucking breath.
he throws Tico's unconscious body forward about 10 feet, and Violet goes and runs and cradles her in her arms, and he says, "All right, you got your hostage back. Leave. We're done here."
How about the other one?
"I'm not giving back my only bargaining chip while you've got that grenade launcher pointed at me."
I think that's fair enough. Saul will lift the launcher up so it's staring into the air. Hey, we gotta. If we want Tibbet, we just gotta let it go. You want us out of here, right?
"That's right. Turn around and leave. I've half a mind to call my bosses and have him execute you personally, but, well, today we'll let bygones be bygones. Tomorrow is another story."
Saul will give a hard look to both Klaus and Violet, and he'll try to give his best pained look and be like, just get her back, and just kind of hit the truck, come on, Sully, let's get out of here.
Hey, referee.
Yes.
Does Abel know of any other subsidiary of Biotechnica that's like the Skinners, but is another offshoot?
Give me a... This will be an interesting one. Let's go with local expert, because that says skill of knowing a specific area well and knowing the agendas of its various factions, both political and criminal.
Okay, so it would be fair for me to know, the names of folks under Biotechnica.
Probably, yeah.
21.
With a 21, so reframe the question. Are you looking for I don't know what you're looking for.
I'm just looking for another group under the umbrella of Biotechnica that I know is on their payroll.
I mean, they hire their own private security company, which is not technically Biotechnica. They're another. They just offer security, and you pay top dollar for guards and gadgets and things like that. Aside from that, their sciences division is its own kind of. It's there's Biotechnica, and then there's Bioscience, and Biochem, and they're both separate wings, and then Biosecurity. The Skinners seem to be the only criminal organization that they are known associates with.
Okay. Well, as we're prepping to leave, I'll look over at Violet, nod, and look back over to Cha-Cha and say, "Oh, fuck. Well, when you talk to your boss, tell him Jackie sends her regards." And load up.
Ooh, good one.
Yeah, you see his eyes kind of narrow. Violet and Klaus start to carry Tico into the Jeep, and Cha-Cha's still got he now has a tidbit by their head. He's just kind of got his claws around their skull, and it's just "I'll be keeping this one safe for you. Should you want to do any more business with me?" And I assume you guys drive off?
Yeah.
Yeah, we drive off.